Hi everyone, Monisha here. So matrices is the third chapter in second PUC Maths and very important and also the easiest chapter. In this video, I will be completing exercise 3.1 of matrices. So let us start the session. Moving on to the first question. Here a matrix is given. So where there are 3 rows and 4 columns. Okay. So this horizontal line is considered as row and the vertical line is considered as column. Okay. So let us write this is row 1, row 2, row 3. So this is column 1, column 2, column 3 and column 4. Okay. They have given a set of questions which we have to answer. The first question is the order of the matrix. The order of the matrix is, we have to take into consideration how many rows are there and how many columns are there. And first we have to mention the row itself. The order of the matrix is, so there are 3 rows and 4 columns. Right? So there are 3 rows and 4 columns. Therefore, the order is equal to 3 into 4. Always the first number represents the rows, whereas the second number represents the column. So the answer for the first question is the order of the matrix is 3 into 4. Okay. So moving on to the second sub question. The second sub question is the number of elements. So how many elements are there in rows? We know that since the order is, so the order of matrix is 3 into 4. So this is the order of the matrix. When we multiply it, 3 into 4 is equal to 12. So 12 is number of elements. Okay. The order of the matrix is 3 into 4. When we multiply it, we will get 12. So this 12 is the number of elements. Just you have to count it. 3, 6, 9 and 12. Okay. So moving on to the third sub question. Here write the elements in A13. So write the element in A13. A13 means in the number 13, first one will be the row and second one will be the column. A13 means 1, 3. First row, third column. So first row, third column is 19. So A13 is equal to 19. So moving on to the second one, that is A21. A21 means second row, first column. So second row, first column is 35. Okay. So 35. Next is A33. So third row, third column. So this is third row and third column. So third row, third column, the number is -5. Next is A24. Second row, fourth column. Second row and fourth column is 12. So next last one is A23. Second row and third column. So second row, third column is 5 by 2. So I hope you understood this. So number of rows and number of columns, always we have to keep it in mind. First we have to consider the rows and afterwards we have to consider the column. I hope you understood. Moving on to the second question. The second question is a theoretical question. So I have written already. If a matrix has 24 elements, in the previous sum, you have noticed there were 12 elements and 12 elements are obtained by multiplying the number of rows into number of columns. Okay. So here a matrix is not given, but they have given there is 24 elements in a matrix. Okay. So what are the possible order it can have? So what are the number of possible order it can have? And what if it has 13 elements? Okay. In the first question, there is first sub question where it says there are 24 elements and the second sub question there says 13 elements. Okay. So we know that if a matrix is of order m into n. For example, if a matrix is there and that matrix have number of elements are 6. Okay. Let's say 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The number of elements are 6, right? So the number of elements are 6. But the order of this matrix is, there are 2 rows and 3 columns, right? R1, R2, 2 row, and C1, C2, C3, 3 columns. So the order of this matrix is written as 2 into 3. Okay. Another example, I will be taking the same 6 elements, but I will be writing in different arrangement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Again, there are 6 elements, but rows are 3. Number of rows are 3, but the number of columns are 2. Right? So here, in this case, the order will become, first we have to write the number of rows, that is 3, into the number of columns are 2. So this is the possible number of order for a matrix which have an element 6. Okay, if the element is 6, we can make it into 2 arrangements, either in this form or in this form. So here the order will be 2 into 3, whereas in the second case the order will be 3 into 2. So in this question, what they have referred is, there are a total of 24 elements, and we have to calculate how many number of ordered pairs we can do from that. Okay. So we know that if a matrix is of order m into n is this order m into n. The first one will be m and the second one will be n. Then it has mn elements. So m into n is the order, whereas mn, 2 into 3, mn will be the number of elements in that matrix. Okay. So thus, to find all the possible orders of a matrix having 24 elements, we have to find all the ordered pairs of natural numbers whose product is 24. So in a simple way, just by doing a product of two numbers, we will get the number of elements in a matrix, right? So just by multiplying two numbers, we will get the product 24. So now we have to calculate all the products which are in the table so that we will get a grand total of 24. So here the ordered pairs are 1 into 24. So 1 into 24 is 24, or 24 into 1. Next is 2 into 12 or 12 into 2. 3 into 8, 8 into 3. 4 into 6, 6 into 4. So these are the possible number of products by which we will get a multiplication answer of 24. Okay. So if this is the natural numbers which we will obtain, then the number of possible order of the matrix is the same thing. We have to write it in this ordered form, m into n. 1 into 24 is the first order, or 24 into 1, 2 into 12, 12 into 2, 3 into 8, 8 into 3, 4 into 6 and 6 into 4. So these are the possible number of orders by which we will get a number of elements as 24. Okay, I hope you understood this. The second question they have given is, if we replace 24 by 13, we have to consider what is the possible number of orders we can make if the number of elements are 13. The possible numbers are, since 13 is a prime number, we can't divide 13 by any other numbers, right? Only in ones are table and also in 13 ones are tables we will get the number 13. So the two possible orders, 1 13 and 13 1, are the ordered pairs of natural numbers whose product is 13. 1 13s are, 13 ones are. And any other table will not divide this number 13. Hence, the possible orders of a matrix having 13 element are 1 into 13 and 13 into 1. So here m into n or m into n. Okay. So these two are the possible number of orders for this product 13. Here, these many numbers of orders can be obtained if the number of elements are 24. I hope you understood this. Moving on to the third problem, and the third problem is exactly similar to that of the second one. So here, if a matrix has 18 elements, what are the possible orders it can have? And what if it has 5 elements? First, we have to find out the number of orders for the total number of elements 18. Next, the number of orders for the total number of elements 5. Okay. So we know that if a matrix is of order m into n, it has elements mn. Okay. So if a matrix is of order 2 into 3, say 2 into 3, then the number of elements are 2 3s are 6. So if a matrix is of order m into n, then the number of elements will be m into n mn. Okay. So thus, to find all the possible orders of a matrix having 18 elements, we have to find all the ordered pairs of natural numbers whose product is 18. So we have to find out the pair of numbers by which when we multiply it, the product should be 18 first. Okay. So the ordered pairs are 1 into 18. 1 into 18 is 18. 18 into 1 is 18. 2 into 9 is 18. 9 into 2 is 18. Next 36, 3 into 6 is 18 and 6 into 3 is 18. So these are the ordered pairs of natural numbers by the product of which we will get the product as 18. Okay. Hence, all the possible orders of a matrix having 18 elements are, you just write in the form of order, that is 1 into 18, 18 into 1, 2 into 9, 9 into 2, 3 into 6 and 6 into 3. Okay, these are the ordered pairs and which by multiplication we will get the number of elements as 18. So the next question is, if the elements are 5. So again 5 is a prime number. So prime number means it will be divisible only by 1 and itself. Okay, only by 1 5s are 5 and 5 1s are 5. Only by these two numbers it will be divisible. So 1 5 and 5 1 are the ordered pairs of natural numbers whose product is 5. And unlike these two numbers, no other numbers are there which are divisible to this 5. Okay. Hence, the possible orders of a matrix having 5 elements are 1 into 5 and 5 into 1. So this is the ordered pair in the form m into n, m into n, 1 into 5 and 5 into 1. I hope you understood this. Moving on to the fourth question. The fourth question is, construct a 2 into 2 matrix of form A is equal to Aij whose elements are given. We have to find out all these 3 sub questions in that. Okay. So first, in general, a 2 into 2 matrix is of the form A 2 into 2 matrix is of the form A is equal to, so 2 into 2 matrix. 2 into 2 matrix means 2 rows and 2 columns, right? So A11, A12. This is first row, first column, first row, second column. Then A21, second row, first column, and A22. So this is 2 into 2 matrix. So 2 rows and 2 columns. Okay. So here we have to find out the first sub question. That is Aij is equal to I plus j whole square divided by 2. Okay. So here first one is A11. So in the place of Ij we have to write A11 here. Okay. So first one A11. So that is 1 plus 1 whole square by 2. So 1 plus 1 whole square is 2 whole square by 2. That is 4 by 2. 2 ones are 2 twos are. A11 is 2. Next is A12. That is 1 plus 2 whole square by 2. That is 3 square by 2 is equal to 9 by 2. So next one is A21. A21 is equal to 2 plus 1 whole square. Here I is 2 and j is 1. Okay. We have to substitute just the number of rows in I and the number of column in j. Divide by 2. So 2 plus 1 is 3 whole square by 2 is equal to 9 by 2. So next fourth one is A22, that is 2 plus 2 whole square divided by 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4 square divided by 2, that is 16 divided by 2. 4 4s are 16, 2 1s are 2 8s are. Okay, so this is 8. Therefore, the required matrix is A is equal to, we have to just substitute all the value which we obtain after calculating. So A11 is 2. In the place of A11 we have to write 2. A12 is 9 by 2. A21 is again 9 by 2 and A22 is 8. So this is the required matrix for first sub question. Next, moving on to the second one. The second question is Aij is equal to I by j. Okay. So again A11. In the place of I we have to write the row and the place of j we need to write the number of column. So I by j is 1 by 1 which is equal to 1 itself. Next is A12, that is 1 by 2 which is also equal to 1 by 2 itself or 0.5. Next A21 is equal to 2 by 1. 2 by 1 is nothing but 2. Next A22, that is 2 by 2, so which is equal to 1. So therefore the required matrix is A is equal to, in the place of A11, we have to write 1. In the place of A12, it is half. In the place of A21, 2. And in the place of A22, 1. So this is the required matrix for the second sub-question. So moving on to the third one. So third sub-question is Aij is equal to I plus 2j whole square divided by 2. Okay, again we have to calculate A11. In the place of I, we have to write the row. In the place of j, we have to write the number of column. So I 1 plus 2 into 1 whole square divided by 2 is equal to 1 plus 2 ones are 2 whole square divided by 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3 square divided by 2, that is equal to 9 by 2. So second one is A 1 2. 1 plus 2 into 2 whole square divided by 2 is equal to 1 plus 4 whole square divided by 2. 1 plus 4 is 5 square divided by 2, that is 25 by 2. Next third one, that is A21. A21 is 2 plus, in the place of I, we have to write 2 here. Okay. So 2 plus 2 into 1 whole square divided by 2 is equal to 2 plus 2. 2 ones are 2. So whole square divided by 2. 2 plus 2 is 4 square divided by 2, that is 16 divided by 2. 2 ones are 2 eights are. Okay. So A21 is equal to 8. Next last one is A22. That is 2 plus 2 into 2 whole square divided by 2 is equal to 2 plus 2 twos are 4 whole square divided by 2. 2 plus 4 is 6 square divided by 2, that is 36 by 2. So 2 ones are 1 carry and 2 eights are 16, that is 18. Okay. Therefore, the required matrix is, is equal to A is equal to, first one A11. In the place of A11, we have to write 9 by 2. In the place of A12, we have to write 25 by 2. In the place of A21, we have to write 8, and A22, we have to write 18. Okay. So this is the answer for third sub question. I hope you understood this. This is one of the easiest main. Moving on to the fifth question. The fifth question is, construct a 3 into 4 matrix whose elements are given by. So this is the first sub question where the elements are given in this form, and this is the second one. Okay. So in general, a 3 into 4 matrix is given by A11, A12, A13, A14. That is, it have 3 rows. 1 row I have written extra. So 3 rows and 4 columns. Okay. That is row 1, row 2, row 3. 3 rows and 4 columns. C1, C2, C3 and C4. So 3 rows with 4 columns. So this column this column is not needed. Okay. So next, the first question is Aij. I will be the number of rows and j will be the number of column. Okay. So I is the number of rows. How many number of rows are there? 1, 2 and 3. 3 rows are there. And j will be the number of column. Number of columns are 4 columns. Okay. So according to this question, we have to solve for each and every element of the matrix. So first one is A11. So I will be taking from column wise. So A11, 1 by 2 into minus 3 into I is 1 and j is also 1, is equal to half into minus 3 into 1 is minus 3 plus 1 is equal to half minus 2. When you take this number, negative number out of this box, what will happen? It will become positive sign. So that is the representation of this box. The negative number will interchange into a positive number. Okay. So 2 by 2. So 2 by 2 is 1. So next one is A21. So A21 is 1 by 2 minus 3 into 2. So I is 2 here and j is 1. Plus 1 here, half minus 3 into 2 is minus 6 plus 1. So half minus 6 plus 1 is minus 5. So when you take out, it will become positive, that is 5 by 2. So A21 is 5 by 2. So next, third one, A31. A31. So here I is 3 and j is 1. So 1 by 2 minus 3 into 3 plus 1. 1 by 2. So 3 3s are 9. So minus 9 plus 1. So minus 9 plus 1 is minus 8. When you take out from this, it will become positive. That is 8 by 2. 2 4s are. So A31 is equal to 4. So 1 2. Okay. Fourth one it is A12. Okay. A12. So we have to do for A12 where 1 is I and 2 is j. Okay. So minus 3 1 plus 2 is equal to half. Minus 3 into 1 is minus 3 plus 2, that is half. Minus 3 plus 1 is minus 1. When you take out, it will become 1 by 2. Next fifth one, that is A22. We have already calculated these three and A12. Now we have to calculate A22. So A22 is equal to half. Here I and j both are 2. Minus 3 into 2 plus 2. So half. Minus 3 into 2 is minus 6 plus 2. So half minus 6 plus 2 is minus 4. When you take out, it will become positive number, that is 4 by 2, which is equal to 2. So next we have to calculate A32. A32. So half. Here I is 3 and j is 2. Minus 3 into 3 plus 2. Half. Minus 3 into 3 is minus 9 plus 2. So half. Minus 9 plus 2 is minus 7. So it is equal to 7 by 2. So when you take out, it will become a positive sign. So A32 is finished. Next one is A13. Here I is 1 and j is 3. Half. Minus 3 into 1 plus 3. Minus 3 into 1 is minus 3 plus 3. That is 0. So 0 by anything is also equal to 0. Next eighth one, that is A13 is over. We have to calculate A23. So half. I is 2 and j is 3. Half into, so minus 3 into 2 is minus 6 plus 3, which is equal to half into minus 3. So when you take out, it will become positive, that is 3 by 2. So A23 is finished. So next one, A33. So I is 3 and j is also 3. So half. Minus 3 into 3 plus 3. So minus 3 3s are 9 plus 3. Half. Minus 9 plus 3 is minus 6. So when you take out, it will become positive 6 by 2. So 2 1s are 2 3s are. So A33 is equal to 3. Next 10th one, that is A14. Half. Here I is 1 and j is 4. So minus 3 plus 4, which is equal to 1. So it is 1 by 2. So A14 is over. Next one is A24. Here I is 2 and j is 4. Minus 3 into 2 plus 4. Half. Minus 3 into 2 is minus 6 plus 4. So that is equal to minus 2. So when you take out, it will become 2 by 2, that is equal to 1. So next 12th one. So A24 is finished. Next is A34. A34, which is the last one. A34. Here I is 3 and j is 4. So half. Minus 3 into 3 plus 4 is equal to half. Minus 3 into 3 is minus 9 plus 4 is equal to half. Minus 9 plus 4 is minus 5. When you take out, it will become positive, that is 5 by 2. So these are the values of elements of all the matrices. Okay. So we have to substitute it now. The required matrix is, okay, and rest of the things are same. I hope you understood this. Just make the slight changes here. Moving on to the second sub question. The second sub question is the same way of doing it by using I as 1, 2, 3 because 3 rows are there, and J 1, 2, 3, 4 whereas 4 columns are there. Okay. So the question is A 2I plus J. So in the place of I we have to include 1, and in the place of J also we have to substitute 1 here. So 2 into 1 minus 1, that is 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So next, in the place of I we have to put 2, and in the place of J 1. So 2 into 2 minus 1 is equal to 2 2s are 4 minus 1 is 3. So next one, 2 into 3 minus 1, that is 2 3s are 6 minus 1 is 5. So in the first row the answer is 1 3 5. So next, sorry, in the first column the answer is 1 3 5, and moving on to the second column. So here 2 into 1 minus 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. So next, 2 into 2 minus 2. So 2 2s are 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. So next, 2 into 3 minus 2. So 2 3s are 6 minus 2 is 4. Okay, in the second column the answer is, so this is for the first column C1, and this is for the second column C2. So this is C1, C2, C3 and C4. Okay, 0 to 4. The next one, in the third column, so 2 into 1 minus 3, that is 2 minus 3 equal to minus 1. So this is for third column. And next, 2 into 2 minus 3 is equal to 4 minus 3, that is equal to 1. And 2 into 3 minus 3, 2 3s are 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. So minus 1, 1 3 is for third column. And next, A14, 2 into 1 minus 4, that is 2 minus 4 is equal to minus 2. 2 into 2 minus 4 is equal to 2 2s are 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. And 2 into 3 minus 4, 2 3s are 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. So this is for column 4. Okay, I hope we got the answer for all the columns. Therefore, the required matrix is, the required matrix is A is equal to, so first column that is 1, 3 and 5, and second column 0, 2 and 4, third column minus 1, 1, 3 and fourth column minus 2, 0 and 2. So this is the required column. I hope you understood this. Moving on to the second question, sorry, sixth question. Here we have to find the value of xyz from the following equation. Okay, here the first matrix is already given, it is equal to the second matrix. Since first matrix is equal to the second matrix, the elements will be equal to the element which are in the other matrix. That is, y is equal to 4, x is equal to 1 and this z is equal to 3. Why? Because both the matrices are equal to each other. Okay, here in this first question we can directly derive it. That is, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 4 and z is equal to 3. Since both the matrices are equal to each other. Both the matrices is equal to each other. Okay, this is the first question, whereas there is second and third sub questions here. The second question is x plus y 2 5 plus z xy. Okay, this is one matrix, so which is given, which is equal to 6, 2, 5 and 8. Okay, so x plus y 2, 5 plus z and xy is equal to 6, 2, 5 and 8. Here we have to find out the value of x, y and z. Okay, here again, since they have given both the matrices are equal, so this A11, this is the first row, first column, A11 is equal to this A11. Okay, so x plus y is equal to 6. X plus y is equal to 6. Next one, so this is the corner, that is A22. Okay, second row, second column, A22 is equal to this A22. Okay, that is xy is equal to 8. Next one, A21. So that is second row, first column, A21 is equal to this A21. That is 5 plus z is equal to 5. So these are the three equations we got by which we have to derive the value for x, y and z. Okay, so first I will be taking the third equation, that is, since they have given 5 plus z is equal to 5, z is equal to 5, I will be shifting this 5 this side, it will become 5 minus 5, so z is equal to 0. So we got the value for z, right? So for deriving x and y value, so I will be taking identities, algebraic identities. You know that a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab, right? So instead of this ab, I will be taking xy. That is x plus y whole square is equal to x square plus y square plus 2xy, right? So just this ab I have changed into xy. So let this be equation number 1. Next I will be taking the second equation, that is a minus b whole square. A minus b whole square in the form of xy will become x minus b whole square is equal to x square plus y square minus 2xy. That is a minus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay, here I will be keeping this x square plus y square here itself. I will be shifting this 2xy this side. So it will become x minus y whole square. This minus 2xy, when I shift it here, it will become plus 2xy is equal to x square plus y square. Okay, let this be equation number 2. So now I will be substituting. So substituting equation 2 in 1. Okay, so what is equation 1? Equation 1 is x plus y whole square is equal to x square plus y square plus 2xy, right? So in this x square plus y square is there. So instead of this x square plus y square, I will be substituting this value. Okay, that is x plus y whole square is equal to, instead of x square plus y square, I will be substituting x minus y whole square plus 2xy. Next here again one more 2xy is there, so write down 2xy. Okay, so next x plus y whole square is equal to x minus y whole square plus 2xy will become plus 4xy. Next go to the question. So here x plus y, what is the value for x plus y? X plus y is 6. So 6 square is equal to, what is the value of x minus y is not given, so we have to find it out. Plus 4 into xy. What is the value for xy? It is 8. So 6 square is 36 is equal to x minus y whole square plus 8 fours are 32. Okay. So when you shift it here, it will become 36 minus 32 is equal to x minus y whole square. So 36 minus 32 is 34 is equal to x minus y whole square. Okay. Oh, sorry. X minus y whole square. 36 minus 32 is 4. I don't know what did it. So 36 minus 32 is 4 is equal to x minus y whole square. So when you take the square this side, it will become square root of 4. Square root of 4 is 2. Okay, x minus y is equal to 2. So we got the value for x minus y. Now we have x plus y and x minus y. So we have to solve these two equations. Okay, so first is x plus y is equal to 6 and the one is x minus y is equal to 2. So this is by elimination method, which you may learn in 10th standard and PUC. So here x get cancels, plus into plus is plus, y plus y is 2y is equal to 6 minus 2 is 4. So y is equal to 4 divided by 2. So 2 ones are 2 twos are. So y is equal to 2. Okay. Next, I will substitute this y is equal to 2 value to the second equation, or else we can use to the first equation itself. Okay. So I will be taking second one, that is x minus y is equal to 2. X minus, in the place of y, we need to substitute 2 here. So x is equal to, when I shift minus 2 this side, it will become plus 2. So x is equal to 4. Okay. So the answer for x, y and z is x is equal to 4, y is equal to 2 and z is equal to 0. Okay, I hope you understood this. Moving on to the third subquestion of sixth problem. The third subquestion is, again we need to find the value for x and y. Since the two matrices are already given equal, so these equations will be equal to the numbers which are in front of that. Okay, so let the first equation be x plus y plus z is equal to 9. So let this be the first equation, and the second one is x plus z is equal to 5, second equation, and y plus z is equal to 7. Let it be the third equation. Okay, so first I'll be considering the first equation here, x plus y plus z is equal to 9. Now I'll be substituting, so substituting second equation in this first one. Okay, second equation is x plus z. So in the place of x plus z, we can assume it as 5. Okay, we can substitute 5 in the place of x plus z. Okay, so y plus x plus z, x plus z is 5 is equal to 9. So x plus y plus z is there. Instead of x plus z, we have to write 5, where y we have to retain as it is. So y is equal to 9. When I shift 5 here, it will become minus 5. So y is equal to 9 minus 5 is 4. Okay, so we got the value for y. Again, in the same manner, I'll be writing the first equation, x plus y plus z is equal to 9. Now I substitute the third equation in the first one. So substituting the third equation in 1. Okay, here the third equation is y plus z. So the y plus z is equal to 7. So in the place of y plus z, we have to write 7 is equal to 9. So x is equal to 9. I'll be shifting 7 this side. So x is equal to 2. So we got the value for 2 also. Now I'll be taking the first equation once again. X plus y plus z is equal to 9. We already found out the value for x. The value for x is 2 plus the value for y is 4 plus z we have to find out. Okay, so 2 plus 4 is 6 plus z is equal to 9. Z is equal to 9. I will be shifting 6 this side, so it will become minus 6. Z is equal to 9 minus 6 is 3. Okay, therefore the value of x is 2 and y is 4 and z is 3. I hope you understood this. Moving on to the seventh question of this session. Here a minus b, 2a plus c, 2a minus b, 3c plus d is equal to this matrix minus 1, 5, 0 and 13. We have to find out the value for a, b, c and d. Since both the matrices are same or equal, so we can substitute each value to each of the column or rows. Okay, that is first equation we can take a minus b is equal to minus 1, because a11, this a11 is equal to this a11. Okay, a minus b is equal to minus 1. Then the second equation is 2a plus c is equal to 5. Okay, so 2a plus c, or you can take this one also, 2a plus c is equal to 5. So let this be equation 1, and 2a plus c is equal to 5, equation 2. And third one, 2a minus b is equal to 0. 2a minus b is equal to 0. Let this be equation 3. And fourth one, so 3c plus d is equal to 13. Let this be equation 4. So now we don't know the values of any of the alphabet. Okay, a, b, c, any of the letter we don't know. Okay, first I'll be taking the third equation. Why? Because the 0, it has been substituted for 0. So we can get either of the one value. Okay, so in the first case I'll be taking equation 3. So equation 3 is 2a minus b is equal to 0. So when I take b this side, it will become 2a is equal to b. That is, the value for b will become 2a. Okay, so let this be equation 5. Since I have taken 4 equations, let this be equation 5. So this fifth equation I'll be substituting to equation 1, because there a and b is there. So that's why I am substituting this value to that equation. So substituting equation 5 to equation 1. So what is equation 1? Equation 1 is a minus b is equal to minus 1. So here in the place of b we can substitute it as 2a. So a minus 2a is equal to minus 1. A minus 2a is minus a is equal to minus 1. Here minus minus get cancels. A is equal to 1. So we got the value for a. So this a is equal to 1, I will substituting into equation 5 itself. So from equation 5, that is b is equal to 2a. We have already found out the value for a. So b is equal to 2 into 1. 2 into 1 is 2. So b is equal to 2. So we got two values. One is a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 2. So this a and b value I will be substituting. So this a value I will be substituting into equation 2. Okay. So substituting a is equal to 1 to equation 2. So what is equation 2? Equation 2 is 2a plus c is equal to 5. Whereas in the place of a, we have to substitute it as 1 plus c is equal to 5. 2 ones are 2 plus c is equal to 5. C is equal to 5 minus 2. So c is equal to 3. Okay, we got the value for c also. In the final case, I will be substituting this c value to equation 4. Okay, so next, substituting c is equal to 3 to equation 4. Okay, so equation 4 is 3c plus d is equal to 13. Okay, 3c plus d is equal to 13. Whereas in the place of c, I have to substitute 3 here. D is equal to 13. 3 3s are 9 plus d is equal to 13. D is equal to 13 minus 9. So 13 minus 9 is 4. So we got the values for all the 4 alphabets. That is a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, c is equal to 3 and d is equal to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope you understood this. So moving on to the 8th question. The 8th question says that a is equal to aij. So aij, I is number of row and j is number of column. Into m into n is the order, is a square matrix. So a matrix is a square matrix if, first option, if m is less than n, m is greater than n, m is equal to n and none of this. So m is the number of rows and n is the number of columns. Okay, here the correct answer is C option. Okay, the C option is the correct one. Why? Because it is known that a given matrix is said to be a square matrix if the number of rows is equal to the number of column. If number of rows is not equal to the number of column, then it is not considered as a square matrix. Okay, in a square, number of rows should be always equal to number of columns. For example, I have given here A is equal to 1 0 0 1. So number of rows, 2 rows should be equal to number of column, 2 column. For example, A, B, C, D, number of rows is equal to number of column. So this type of matrix is said to be a square matrix. So in a square matrix, the essential rule is the number of rows should be always equal to the number of column. So the C option is the correct one. I hope you understood this. Moving on to the 9th question. So the 9th question is, which of the given values of x and y make the following pair of matrices equal? Okay, which of the following of this makes this matrices equal? Okay, so first I will be taking the equation. So first one, so 3x plus 7 which is equal to 0. Okay, let this be equation 1. Second one, 5 is equal to y minus 2. 5 is equal to y minus 2. And third one, y plus 1 is equal to 8. Y plus 1 is equal to 8. So this is equation 2 and this is equation 3. And fourth one, 2 minus 3x. 2 minus 3x is equal to 4. So this is equation 4. Okay. So by this we have to solve and we have to find out whether this matrix is equal to this matrix or not. Okay. I will be taking the first equation once again. That is 3x plus 7 is equal to 0. 3x is equal to minus 7. X is equal to minus 7 by 3. So by this we got x is equal to minus 7 by 3 as a value for it. Next I will be taking the second equation. That is 5 is equal to y minus 2. So 5, I will be shifting this to this side, it will become plus 2. So y is equal to 5 plus 2 is 7. So next I will be taking the third equation. That is y plus 1 is equal to 8. Y is equal to 8 minus 1. So y is equal to 7. Okay, 8 minus 1 is 7. So next, fourth one, 2 minus 3x is equal to 4. So 2, I will be shifting this 4 this side. Minus 4 is equal to minus 3x. 2 minus 4 is minus 2 is equal to minus 3x. Here minus minus get cancels. X is equal to 2 by 3. So from this we can clearly say that the x value is not equal, but the y value is equal. Okay. So here we find that by comparing the corresponding elements of two matrices, the value of x differs. Okay, the value of x differs. Therefore, it is not possible to find the value of x and y using these two matrices. Okay, so here the answer is option B. So option B is the correct answer. So I hope you understood this. Moving on to the last question of this session. Here, the number of all possible matrices of order 3 into 3 with each entry 0 or 1 is. Okay, there will be a 3 into 3 matrix, 3 rows and 3 columns, whereas each entry of it will be either 0 or 1. Okay, so we have to find out how many possible outcomes will be there. So here the correct answer is D. So D is correct answer. Why? Because the given matrix is of the order 3 into 3. So 3 into 3 means there will be 9 elements. A11, A12, A13. So A21, A22, A23, A31, A32 and A33. Okay. So this is a matrix which have 3 into 3. Okay, 3 into 3 matrix which have 9 elements. So totally 9 elements will be there, and the elements can be either 0 or 1. So there are two possible ways, right? So either 0 and 1 means there are two possible ways of filling these elements, right? And the number of possible orders is 3 into 3, 9. So two possible ways with 9 elements is 2 to the power of 9, that is 512. So there are 512 possible matrices can be done by this. Okay. So the answer is 512. I hope you understood this. If you have any queries or comments, or if you have any doubts, please comment me on the comment section below. Thanks for watching my video.